Okay, considering we just watched that video from Styx talking about Azur Promilia at the end and him saying it's one of his most anticipated, if he's not most anticipated, gacha game coming forward, I wanted to talk about why it's not for me. Again, the game looks insane. Like, it really does. It looks super high quality. It looks gorgeous. The world looks beautiful. The characters look so cool. Like, look at these characters. They're great designs. I don't know why everything's like stop motion almost on the site. The characters are looking great. They really are. And I'm looking forward to playing the game. But my anticipation levels are just not that high because of Genshin and Wuthering Waves. And that's not to say that, oh, right, I'm a shill for those games and this game is just not going to live up to the hype. It's just that I was reacting to a video a week or so ago, and a guy was talking about how he prefers Zenless Zone Zero over Wuthering Waves. And I watched the video, and I disagreed with quite a lot of what he said, but it was more when he was getting into specifics about the comparisons between, like, dailies and things like that, where he was kind of just exaggerating to the point where his points were, like, became kind of invalid. But his initial point was that he didn't need another game like Wuthering Waves, or he didn't dislike Wuthering Waves, he liked Wuthering Waves, but the reason why he preferred something like Zenless Zone Zero was because he'd already got Wuthering Waves in Genshin. Now, I know, as somebody who prefers Wuthering Waves, it's better in a myriad of ways, in my opinion. Combat, exploration, the worlds, the characters, in my opinion, and a bunch of other stuff. And, you know, these are all subjective opinions. But he'd already kind of got a lot of that in Genshin, and it was kind of like Genshin 2.0 with improvements, which I thought was a totally fair point. I didn't feel it myself, because I suppose I came to Genshin later, and I'm still a little bit behind on a lot of the content for Genshin. And when I played Wuthering Waves, I just kind of fell in love with it, and I was super excited because of playing Genshin and playing Star Rail. That Wuthering Waves just got me. I'm hooked. I love the game. It's the only game in the gacha space at the minute that I log into daily. I do my dailies, I spend my wave plates, and I'm actively trying to build my account properly so I can achieve as much of the content as possible. I'm not a min-maxer. I don't have to clear everything, but I want to do as much as possible and enjoy the game in as many ways as I potentially can. But because of that, I am not that excited about Azur Promilia. And that's nothing against the game. Again, the game looks amazing, but I feel like I've kind of already experienced the fantasy open world action gacha game enough. I'm still going to be playing it, and I'm still probably going to enjoy the game. Well, I hope I do anyway, because I hope the game is good, because it looks amazing. It genuinely does. And I know I'm saying that while I'm saying I'm not that excited for it, but it looks really good, and it might be so much better than Wuthering Waves that I'm like, dude, how could I even think this? But I think this is why my excitement for Neverness to Everness is just way higher, because obviously it's an open world gacha game, but it's urban. I like the supernatural vibe, the cars, the customization, all the little things that they seem to have spoke about really look interesting to me, and it's similar enough that obviously a lot of things are going to be very familiar, but it's also different enough that it feels kind of not unique, but enough variables in the space that it actually looks very exciting for me. And there was a lot of positives from the gameplay that we saw, in my opinion. There's things that could be tweaked, but it looked great. And a lot of people are kind of negative towards it because of Tower of Fantasy. I've just started playing Tower of Fantasy, and I've actually been having a blast. I genuinely have. I'm enjoying the game. I'm taking it for what it is. I kind of had low expectations, if I'm honest, because everybody prior to playing the game was like, dude, it sucks, it's trash, it could have been great, they mishandled things, the combat's decent, but the rest of the game's kind of mid at best. I have been enjoying the game so far, and I am playing through 1.0 as well, because I want to experience the game for kind of how everybody else did, for the good and the bad, and I get some of the issues that people have got. But I also, one thing I really like what Hodder did, was they've really tried different things in the game. Early on, there's so many different mechanics thrown at you, maybe too many almost at the start, but they're trying things, and I really like that, because you don't get that from Genshin. and from Wuthering Waves in terms of variety of gameplay mechanics. You know, just things like the mechs and the bit where you're going up to the island when you first try and go up and you're trying to shoot down all the dudes attacking you. It feels like you're given different mechanics in that regard quickly, and I really like that. And that's kind of made me even more excited for Neverness to Everness, because I feel like they're going to really try to do things differently. And I like the idea that they're going to take risks, and hopefully they'll learn from all of the mistakes that they made in Tower of Fantasy and apply those positively to Neverness to Everness. And this all kind of rolls into going back to why I'm not that excited for Azur Promilia. Now, it's a scale. I'm looking forward to the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not being negative towards this game, because again, the game looks amazing. It looks beautiful. Look at the world. It looks gorgeous. Like, the characters look dope. The combat looks really good. There's a lot of positives about this game, and I do want to play it. I want to play actually quite a lot. But in terms of like my excitement, I just like bouncing off this because I'm just watching that Sticks video where he was talking about he's really excited for this and what do people think and feel. But I think that's the reason why I'm not finding myself super excited about it, because I feel like I'm going to be going over paths that I've already trodden. Now, I might be wrong about this, and I might play it and be like, holy shit, dude, how did I even think about this a couple of months ago, or however long it is until this game launches. But it does look really good. Don't take this as that I'm hating on the game. But I kind of just wanted to talk about this. I wanted to know what people think in regards to open world fantasy gacha games at the moment. Has it been done enough that you want to see different things? Even if it's open world, it's a little bit different. Are you looking forward to Neverness to Everness? Do you think it's going to be good? Or do you think that all the problems that you might have found in Tower of Fantasy are going to creep into Neverness to Everness and it's just going to be a little bit mid? But again, this game looks amazing. Like, the more I'm sitting here looking at this now, it does look great. You know, there's no denying how good it looks. Like, again, the characters, they look great. I don't know why the website's so slow. You know, the enemies look good. All-female roster as well, which is interesting, and I'm all here for it, you know? So, what do you think? Are you looking forward to Azur Promilia? What's your most anticipated gacha game as well? I'd be interested to find out from you guys in the comments as well. So, yeah, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one, I guess.